about the others, though. Jeannie over in B Block. Still got about 8 years to go. A long time to sit it out.
What do you mean?
Well, nothing. It's just that she's got the same problem as you. Forget it.
Hey, miss.
These accounts.
You've checked your copies?
Well, figures aren't my forte, Mrs. Reynolds. But I did have the accounts department go over them. Not good at all.
Did they manage to find the source?
Indirectly, yes.
You know who's responsible.
Of course. It was you that pointed us in the right direction. Pat Slattery.
There's no point talking about it. If you made up your mind, well, that's that. You have made up your mind, haven't you?
Beecher! Beecher, what are you doing?
I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out ever again.
Beecher?
You must be Joan.
Yes.
I'm David Malone. This is my wife, Marjorie. We're Terry's parents.
Lovely to meet you, dear. We've heard so much about you.
You can't run an art class for $200.
That's all we could budget for.
It costs money to run things properly.
It'd be lovely if I could hand over a bank card every time the women need something, but I can't. And even if I could, equipment for an art class would be way down the list of priorities.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to undermine what you're doing, but at least you could have phoned me before you spent the money.
Call just came through from inside. One of the women has barricaded herself in her cell. They say she'll only talk to you.
Do you want to go on?
No, I'll wait.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay.
I'm not coming out, and nothing's going to make me come out. I insist on talking to that person who's in charge.
Right, Mrs. Reynolds will be here in a minute.
For all I know, it's a conspiracy, and she's
Willie,
in on
there
it
is
too.
no conspiracy.
No,
We
they're
are
all
trying to do
waiting.
everything we can.
They're just
to help.
waiting for me to let down my guard.
No, we only want to help you.
Nightmare. They probably injected me with some terrible drug, and that's why I can't
She thinks
remember
there's a
anything.
conspiracy. She thinks everybody's out to kill her.
See what I can do.
Now, Willie, what's the problem?
Problem? It's more than a problem. How would you like to be chased down the corridors by a man-woman with a carving knife?
When did that happen?
I was too quick for her. If they want me dead, they'll have to come in here and get me. because
Willie,
I've never,
calm
never-
down. Now, who chased you with a carving knife?
That Collins woman. She's made one attempt on my life already, and I'm certainly not going to give her another chance.
Well, I don't see why you should keep her on. For heaven's sake, you've given the girl ample opportunity.
Thanks, Joan. I'm sorry, we're talking shop.
Oh, it's all right.
Marjorie doesn't like my receptionist.
I'm sure you wouldn't accept the standard of work David has to at the hospital. You'd have prisoners all over the place.
Oh, we sometimes do.
Do you really?
Well, we have our moments.
But surely it's run like a prison, I suppose. Otherwise, wouldn't it be dangerous?
Oh, we can always handle the troublemakers.
From what we're to believe in the press, they're all troublemakers. Murderers, most of them. The ones looking after them, not much better.
Look, I'm sure that wasn't meant the way it sounded.
What? Oh, no, of course not. Well, our own daughter's one, isn't she?
Joan, do you think Terry... Do you think she's serious about this job?
Of course she isn't. She isn't the type. Besides, we know our own daughter. Better than Joan, anyway.
I thought so, too. Once. Healthy little chap, is he your son?
Oh, no. No, he's my nephew.
All right, now we're getting closer to the truth. Who told you that?
That's not important.
It's very important, especially if she only said it to frighten you.
She wouldn't do that. She's my friend.
You believe her even though you didn't see the knife?
Well, I was hardly going to wait around for that, was I?
Willie, May Collins has been your friend for years.
My friends are not criminals, and they certainly wouldn't try to murder me. Now get me out of this place. You've no right to keep me here.
I hate to admit it, but I don't know what to do next. Have you come across anything like this before? Well, yes, but I don't think it's going to help you. I mean, we forced the door open. God, no. I'd better get Sister to stand by with something to calm her down. Do you think I ought to check the kitchen for any missing knives? Believe her? I don't know what to believe, but she's obviously terribly upset about something. Yes, perhaps you're right. All right, then. Oh, and call Pat Slatter into Derby Lake, would you? Right.
Come on, Lee. You're tired and confused. I want to help you, but I can't do it here. Come to my office and we'll work something.
No, I'm not leaving this room.
Because of May?
No, not just her. I don't know who to trust.
Does that include me?
Well, why not? You put me in with those women?
Because they're your friends. I thought that'd help you remember. If what you say is true, you'll be much safer in my office. There'll be 2 locked security gates between you and the women.
I'm glad you told me about young Shane. It's nice to know that Terry's sharing with someone who cares.
Look, Doctor, I don't wish to appear rude.
Oh, for heaven's sake. This is your house. We're the ones that are being rude.
Yes, well, I can understand you being worried, but I'm getting the distinct feeling that I'm on trial.
Ah. Yes, well, Marjorie is possibly the best theatre sister in the state, but diplomacy has never been her forte. I'm sorry, Jen.
It's all right. You've really got nothing to worry about. Terry's very good at her job.
She's very good at everything she does. That's why we wanted her to follow us and do medicine.
But surely if she doesn't want to...
Yes, well, I suppose you're right. There must be other reasons as well. Perhaps Marjorie's been seeing too many of these films about women's prisons. You know, the sort of thing. Bashings, murders, deviance. All quite impossible.
Oh, that must be Terry now. Where the hell have you been?
See what happened to Hi, Terry G. It's good to see you.
Just a minute. I've been entertaining your parents for the last hour.
Why did they come that early?
Oh, that's not the point. I didn't even know they were coming at all, and now I hear they're staying for dinner.
That's all right. I'm cooking, so calm down. Will you?
Terry, you might at least have warned me.
I did. I left you a note.
You left me some sort of scribble about a surprise and the fact that you'll be home at 5:30. Well, surprises like that I can live without. And I suggest you take a look at your watch.
All right. I'm sorry. I did try to get home earlier to explain everything, but I got held up at the supermarket.
Oh, Terry, this must have been arranged before today. Why didn't you warn me?
Why do you have to be warned? They're not monsters. They're my parents, and I happen to think they're very nice.
I'm not
anyway,
saying...
I thought you'd be pleased. I'm doing it for you.
Pleased?
You wanted me to tell them, didn't you?
Oh, Terry, you can't tell them. Look, I know them now, and they couldn't take it.
And I've known them all my life. For God's sake, Joan, they're thinking people.
They're parents. Very conservative parents.
Yes, they are, but I still believe they have a right to know.
No, Terry, you couldn't do that to them.
You make it sound like I'm about to confess to a murder or something. It's not a crime, Joan. We are not criminals. We are 2 people who happen to love each other.
Terry,
I love you if you...
Well, be a moment, Mrs. Malone.
Hello, Mummy. I'm sorry I'm late, but I got held up.
Terry, you don't mean that.
Mummy?
Father, I want to go home.
Mummy, I'm sorry you had to come here.
Don't touch me. Father, please.
Darling, what's happened?
Go home. I want to go home now.
Please make us stay. I want to explain everything.
You want...
Mummy, please.